Congratulations, graduates.
To my fellow graduates, congratulations.
This year's college graduates weathered the pandemic storm, and their reward, jobs. Job openings in the U.S. topped 8 million in March for the first time ever, according to the Labor Department.
In every single industry we look at, hiring was up 69% year over year. This is an incredible time to be looking for a job. Hiring is at pre-pandemic levels now.
The catch? Getting those jobs is extremely competitive.
College graduates last year, or younger workers who are 20 to 24 years old, were terminated at a rate 79% higher than older workers. And so new grads who are entering the workforce are going to face competition from this younger group of workers who bore the brunt of the recession.
For some graduating students hunting for jobs, the competition can be overwhelming.
You might not believe me, but I would say I submitted close to 500 applications.
My roommates and I have collectively applied to, thousands at this point, because it almost gets to the point where you get a little, I don't want to say desperate, but you get worried.
At the same time, many companies say they are struggling to find qualified workers to hire. And as some companies retool their workforce, there's an increased demand for younger workers. As hiring continues to surge, how should the class of 2021 approach the job market?
There is a lot of hiring going on, and there are companies who are very eager to get the best employees and to invest in this kind of talent.
Daniel Roth is the editor-in-chief of LinkedIn, the professional social media network with over 750 million users.
The industries where we're seeing the most growth are any ones that have to do with either moving you around or keeping you healthy or helping you be able to do things no matter where you're located.
According to LinkedIn, the top industry with the most entry-level openings is transportation and logistics, followed by healthcare, software and IT services, retail, and consumer goods. Other industries weren't so lucky. According to Gusto, a payroll and benefits company, tourism, accommodations, and arts and entertainment saw the lowest growth compared to March 2020. Luke Pardue, an economist with Gusto, says getting that first job for a recent grad can have a big impact on their future.
There's a whole body of economic research that demonstrates the first job that you take right out of college has important implications and can determine the trajectory of your earnings and your career path. So finding a job that is both the right fit for you and can allow you to grow your skills will have a lasting impact later in life and later in your career.
Natalie Pawlowski is still trying to land that first job. She's graduating in May from Cornell University and has been interviewing for jobs in the financial services industry for months.
It's very exhausting to have to continue starting the process again and preparing for these interviews, and that stress that comes with taking these interviews and speaking to people at these companies and getting so far to find out that, you came so close, however, you didn't make it and you have to start right back again.
The good thing for Natalie, and students like her, is that it seems like she's looking in the right place. According to Handshake, a job search site for college students, financial services is the #1 industry hiring the class of 2021.
So just in the past month of April, we were up 209% for 2021 postings as compared to 2020. And when you go back and even compare it to 2019, we're still up about 48%. So things are certainly coming back, and that is very promising for our students.
Christine Cruz-Vergara, an executive at Handshake, says students need to be flexible in the ways they think about their careers.
So they may have come into school thinking they would go into certain industries or a certain job function, and the pandemic has sort of shown them that either that industry may not be so hot right now, or they might want to think about a different way to apply their skill.
Melissa Sarmiento Alvarez took that advice to heart. She studied social relations and policy at Michigan State. After completing a remote internship at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau last summer, she broadened her search beyond government roles.
I interviewed with a few companies that I was the only policy student in a whole group of business students. And they almost liked that. They were like, what are, not like in a rude way, but like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you interested in a sales position if you studied social policy? And it's because I felt that if I entered a different field, a different realm, that maybe I would stand out more. So that's what I did. And I think it helped me later on in my search.
Both Handshake and LinkedIn have additional advice for recent grads. Lean on your networks.
It is a tough job market. And while jobs are rebounding, I know the competition is hard, but it is doable. And the real thing that you can focus on is controlling your sphere of influence.
We know through our data you are 4 times more likely to get a job through your network than through any other method. So exploit that. You got to make connections. You have to go and find people. You have to email people.
Melissa recently landed a job as an investment specialist trainee at Bank of America in Florida. Eventually, she plans to move, but for now, like so many jobs, it will be completely remote.
Just having some sort of security is a relief. It's such a huge relief. And like having a company that's like willing to take you on board and say like, okay, like, let's see what you can offer. Like, let's see what you can bring to the table. Like, that's really exciting too.